If you eat nuts every day thinking you are making a healthy choice, this video might change your mind. Not because nuts are bad. They are not. But because 6 specific types of nuts have very real, very documented risks when eaten daily in large amounts. And most people have absolutely no idea. Today we are going to go through all 6 of them, one by one, with the actual science behind each one. Stay until the end, because number 5 surprises almost everyone. Nut number 1, Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts are one of the most nutritious foods on the planet. They are rich in selenium, magnesium, and powerful antioxidants. But they are also the one nut that nutritionists and doctors consistently warn people about eating every single day. Here is why. A single Brazil nut contains between 68 and 91 micrograms of selenium. The recommended daily allowance for adults is just 55 micrograms. That means one Brazil nut already gives you well over 100% of your daily selenium need. The tolerable upper limit set by the National Institutes of Health is 400 micrograms per day. Eat just 4 or 5 Brazil nuts daily, and you are at or beyond that limit. Over time, this leads to a condition called selenosis. Symptoms include a garlic-like odor on the breath, a metallic taste in the mouth, nausea, hair loss, brittle nails, fatigue, and in severe cases, nerve damage and kidney failure. The fix is simple. Eat 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a few times per week, not a handful every day. Think of them as a natural selenium supplement, not a snack. Nut number 2, almonds. Almonds are widely considered one of the healthiest nuts available. And in moderation, they absolutely are rich in calcium, vitamin E, magnesium, and fiber. But almonds are also one of the highest oxalate foods in the entire nut category. According to research, 100 grams of almonds contain approximately 369 milligrams of oxalate. For comparison, walnuts contain just 62 milligrams per 100 grams. Oxalates are compounds that bind with calcium in the body and can form calcium oxalate crystals, the most common type of kidney stone. For people who are prone to kidney stones, eating almonds every single day significantly increases their risk. The National Kidney Foundation specifically lists almonds as a high oxalate food that should be limited. The recommended safe portion is 1 ounce, about 24 almonds per day. Exceeding this regularly, especially without drinking adequate water, puts real and unnecessary strain on your kidneys over time. Nut number 3, cashews. Cashews have a double problem when eaten daily in excess. First, like almonds, cashews are classified as a high oxalate nut. People prone to kidney stones are specifically advised by the National Kidney Foundation and multiple clinical dietitians to limit both almonds and cashews. Second, cashews contain a higher proportion of saturated fat compared to most other nuts. While the main saturated fat in cashews is stearic acid, which has a more neutral effect on cholesterol, the overall fat and calorie density makes daily unrestricted consumption a genuine concern for cardiovascular health and weight management. 1 ounce of cashews contains approximately 157 calories. Most people eat 2 to 3 times that in a single sitting without measuring. The combination of high oxalates and high calorie density makes cashews a nut that is best enjoyed in controlled portions, not as a daily unrestricted snack. Nut number 4, peanuts. Peanuts are technically legumes, not true tree nuts, but they are consumed as nuts by most people worldwide, and they carry a unique risk that the others on this list do not. Peanuts are among the foods most susceptible to contamination by aflatoxins, toxic compounds produced by a mold called Aspergillus flavus. Aflatoxin B1 has been classified as a Group 1 human carcinogen by the International Agency for Research on Cancer. Long-term exposure is linked to liver damage and liver cancer. In developed countries, strict food safety regulations keep aflatoxin levels in peanuts below dangerous thresholds. But daily heavy consumption increases cumulative exposure over time. To minimize your risk, always buy high-quality peanuts from reputable brands, store them in a cool dry place, discard any nuts that appear discolored, moldy, or taste bitter. These are signs of aflatoxin contamination. Occasional peanut consumption is perfectly fine for most healthy people. Daily large portions, over years and decades, are where the long-term risk begins to accumulate. Nut number 5. Macadamia nuts. This is the one that surprises people the most. Macadamia nuts are delicious, they are heart-healthy, and they contain excellent monounsaturated fats. But they are also the single most calorie-dense nut in the world. 1 ounce, just 10 to 12 macadamia nuts, contains approximately 204 calories. That is more than a standard chocolate bar. Macadamia nuts are approximately 75% fat by weight, the highest fat content of any nut. Most people significantly underestimate how many they are eating. Research consistently shows that people eat 2 to 3 times the recommended serving when snacking on nuts directly from a bag or ball. If you add a handful of macadamia nuts to your daily diet without reducing calories elsewhere, you can easily add 300 to 400 extra calories per day, leading to meaningful weight gain over months. They are not a daily snack. They are an occasional treat that deserves careful portion control. Nut number 6. Walnuts. Walnuts are genuinely one of the most nutritious foods available. They contain more omega-3 fatty acids than any other nut, support brain health, reduce inflammation, and are linked to lower cardiovascular risk. So why are they on this list? Because daily excess consumption creates two specific problems. First, walnuts contain significant amounts of phytic acid, a natural compound that binds to minerals like iron, zinc, and calcium in the digestive tract, preventing their absorption. According to University Hospitals research, too many walnuts may inhibit the body's ability to absorb these essential minerals, a concern particularly for vegetarians and vegans who rely on plant sources. Second, excessive walnut consumption causes digestive distress, bloating, stomach pain, and diarrhea in many people. The recommended safe amount is 1 ounce, 10 to 14 walnut halves per day. Beyond that, the benefits plateau while the risks increase. Here is what all of this means in practice. These 6 nuts, Brazil nuts, almonds, cashews, peanuts, macadamia nuts, and walnuts are not dangerous foods. They are nutritious, beneficial, and a valuable part of a healthy diet. The problem is not the nut. The problem is daily unlimited consumption of a single type, repeated over months and years, without understanding what that specific nut does in excess. Rotate your nuts. Measure your portions. 1 ounce per day is the guideline most registered dietitians recommend for almost all nut varieties. And if you have kidney disease, a history of kidney stones, or any liver condition, have a real conversation with your doctor about which nuts are appropriate for you specifically. Your health is worth that conversation. See you in the next video.
Yeah, we did it! Thanks for subscribing!
That's a brief look at Health Explained. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.